sipping on the flow. Dallas Cowboys on my chest, let the star glow. Bugs got the podcast, speakers on blast. Talking about the game, every moment gon' last. Snaps in the back, bass hitting low. Crowd in the stands, watch the energy grow. Cowboys Nation, ride or die crew. If you doubt the star, we coming for you. Told you so. Yeah, I told you so. When them Cowboys win, everybody know. I told you so. I told you so. From Ruston to Dallas, let the fire blow.
What? Overtime? Y'all thought we wasn't going to do it, didn't you? Well, them boys did it again. A win is a win, however you want to measure it. Yeah, it took a little bit more finessing than we actually talked about, but the Cowboys got the job done. It's a W, no matter if it's by 50 or if it's by 1, no matter where it takes 4 quarters or whether it takes overtime. Now, we're going to jump into this today, letting y'all know what is the main problem with my defense, though. Is it the run defense or is it the passing defense? Now, mind you, I'm not making any excuses. I'm just going to give facts. I was down a starting cornerback in Bland, so I had to sub in with Elam, which proves to me that Elam was the weak link in our defensive secondary. They picked on Elam. They didn't really pick on Diggs. I know a lot of people who claim they know the game. They want to blame Diggs for everything. No, our safeties was out of position most of the game. Truth be told. And I told y'all in the spring, our weakest link, nobody has pointed it out, is our safeties. But y'all want to blame Diggs. Y'all want to blame we wasn't getting no pass rush. Well, maybe that could have been established, but didn't we sack Russell Wilson? Then we forced Russell Wilson on a couple of occasions to throw the ball over, to throw the ball under. Then our little so-called ghost pressure quarterback caused him to throw it, to cause him to over the man, and he intercepted the ball. Yeah. So the Cowboys defense, it's stuck in a flux right now. We don't know whether we need to add another cornerback, which I always have been talking about. And we don't know whether we should add a defensive line, which we're going to get around to that because we definitely needed to do that, which we did. Nobody's talking about Clowney this week, huh? Because we didn't get him last week. It's okay. Clowney's going to work his way into the system. We're not looking for Clowney to be the rookie Clowney. For the limited snaps that he's coming in, we just want Clowney to be effective. That's the thing about it. He's not going to be the Jadeveon Clowney that came out of South Carolina his first 2 or 3 years. No, he's experienced. He's put time on his wheels. So I expect him to just, if he could come in and give me possibly 4.5 to 5 sacks over the season, it's just that additional pressure that's going to be put on the quarterback. That's what you guys got to understand. That's what Clowney's going to be there for. Clowney can play the 2-tech, or he can play the defensive end, which makes Clowney still a mismatch for any opposing offensive line, because we still got a heavy defensive line rotation coming in. Think about it. I told you guys we've been drafting to replace that number 11 for the last 3 years. We're now getting around to it. Now we just have to find vulnerable defensive linemen to also apply the pressure that Eberflus needs in his defense. Okay, let's get back to talking about the pass defense. Well, we got burnt. Plain and simple, Bambino. We got burnt a lot of times, but then again, people want to blame Diggs. No, it wasn't Diggs' fault. If you know football, it was always up the seam where Russell Wilson was throwing the ball. Who was up the seam? The linebackers. Because if you know what cover two defense is or Tampa two, that's kind of what we run. The middle linebacker takes off up the middle of the field. That's his whole middle of the field. And the safety, he has everything over the top of the linebacker. But you only saw Diggs coming into the play, and y'all want to blame Diggs. Sorry. It wasn't Trayvon's fault. Diggs was in position. Take a look at film again, something y'all don't do like I do. Watch the film. And you will notice Diggs had the outside man a lot of time. Now, the time he did get burned by the wide receiver from the Giants, that he got burnt. That one time. Other than that, where was the safety help? That's what the Cowboys are really subject on, and people don't want to admit it. Our safeties are the weakest spot on my defense. Notice that's the only spot that we didn't add a player to. We added a defensive lineman. We added a linebacker. But we did not add any secondary help other than Elam. And we see now why Buffalo was so eager to get rid of Elam, thinking that he was going to have a change of atmosphere, which would have changed this game. But it didn't. Okay, Bambino, stick to the topic. I'm talking about Cowboys, bro. I'll get to that later on. But stay with me. Now, when we go to the offense, man, the Cowboys put up an offensive explosion. And I think we're going to have to do that every game right now to keep us in the game. But you know what? All y'all fans that jumped off the bandwagon, jumped off the ship, just because we traded Parsons, stay over there. Please, stay over there. The thing about it is, you were clapping your hands when the Cowboys won. No, sit on your hands, especially the people that didn't do nothing but downgrade my quarterback. Dak, my quarterback. Look at Dak numbers. Right now, he's on pace to perform like an all-pro Dak Prescott again. Barring health. Yes, we went down a couple of injuries with people, with our offensive linemen, mainly our center, but we stuck it right back in there, and you notice we still got the moving the ball proficiently. The ball kept getting moved. We didn't go backwards because we had a change of center. Now that's the thing about it. We didn't. You thought you had a kink in our chain. No, we just put another center in, and operational flow as planned. Now I know you guys are wondering where's Jaden Blue. When we're going to get Jaden Blue? Well, Jaden Blue has to learn how to pass block. It's very key to protecting Rain Dakota Prescott. You could call Dak a regular season legend, Tahishi, but what about the other 10 players on my team? I keep telling y'all, it's 53 people on this roster, but y'all only want to bring up Dak Prescott name when it comes to postseason. Where was Michael Parsons in the postseason? That's one reason why he's gone. Where was CeeDee Lamb in the postseason against Green Bay? Y'all want to blame Dak. You remember CeeDee dropped the ball then. Come on, don't move the goalpost. Let's stick with the truth. Don't call my quarterback out if my quarterback doing his job. Y'all quick to down Dakota Prescott, but slow to pick him up when he does great. I'll get to that, Darius Odom. I'm talking about the Cowboys right now. Stick around. You may find out a lot of things you might want to know. Now, y'all talk about Dak once again. You can't blame Dak. Y'all been sitting on the edge of y'all seats ready to blame Dakota Prescott. What for? See, we became very offensive minded. That's what we got to focus on. You see our running game? You see our passing game? But you want to blame Dak Prescott. Y'all look for things that are not even there. Tahishi, you brought up Dak Prescott. Let's go focus on Dak. What about the other 53 people on the roster? Do you know anybody else's name other than Dak Prescott? That's why I be saying y'all so focused on my quarterback, thinking that he made the mistakes. No. Everybody's going to be held accountable in my book. Everybody's going to be held accountable in my book. Dak Prescott is off to a great start in the regular season. You have to be efficient in the regular season in order to make it to the postseason. Am I correct? Yeah, I am. Now we're gonna walk into I don't know if it's Soldier Stadium anymore. But we're gonna go up to Chicago. And the thing about when we face the Bears, they got a young quarterback who doesn't listen to his coach. He want to do his own thing, which we love that. So Chicago Bears, I mean, you know what you got on hand. You know what you got on hand, Fred. Marcus Edwards, Mike Green. Y'all know what y'all got on hand. Y'all looking for me to tell y'all the truth about your own team. You know it. You don't have any D-backs this weekend. The Dallas Cowboy passing game should be filet mignon. I'm just telling you the truth. You want to make up excuses? Oh, your quarterback is not Russell Wilson. I got a comment by Marcus to say, Caleb Williams is going to light up the Cowboys defense. Who are you going to throw it to? I mean, I'm just asking, who are you going to throw it to? You got so many answers, Marcus Edwards. Talk to me now. Who you going to throw it to? See, another Bears fan already shaking his head. He speaks facts. Appreciate you, Fred. But who you going to throw the ball to? Dak about to have a game of the year. Simply because he's healthy. We actually have an established running game that you have to pay attention to. Javonte Williams gave me 97 yards this past weekend. We had an NFC East opponent. This wasn't no cakewalk. The NFC East division games are always a battle. Well, my bad. I did not know, Fred, that your quarterback painted his fingernails. Tell Marcus Edwards that because he keep thinking he got reasons to prove me wrong. With Rome and DJ Moore, do you think your wide receiving core scare me? Eberflus know who y'all have on offense. But be honest, do you think your offensive weapons scare the Cowboys? No. Rome and DJ Moore. You think DJ Moore scares somebody? No. I'm looking for Dak to get over 400, Tahisha. No lie, no joke. I told y'all last week we got to slowly work in George Pickens. Uh-oh. Pickens got a TD under his belt. They say Pickens was a walking time bomb. Only haters said that. I told y'all Pickens' problem was he was in Pittsburgh with a running offense. It wasn't formidable to make a pass. And if it was, look at the quarterbacks that Pickens had to work with. So wouldn't you grumble too? But I know you are a Bears fan, Marcus Edwards, and you trying your best to upset me, which I don't know why, but you're upsetting yourself, spewing out the truth that are not known. Trev, who you got throwing 2 picks? Caleb Williams? Possibly so. You're right, Darius. You cannot keep blaming Dak. There are 52 other members on the active day roster. But all the people want to bring up is Dak Prescott. So I guess it was Dak's fault that CD was dropping the ball. I guess it was Dak's fault that Jalen Tolbert was dropping the ball when he was open. Jerry isn't even the problem, Tahisha. Jerry's just in business. So I don't even want to count Jerry as a problem. He just wants business. And you keep saying my defensive backs can't hold nobody. Marcus, I got another Bear fan on here. Who do you need my defensive backs to hold? Don't be surprised in the near future if we sign Stephon Gilmore back. But again, who on the Chicago Bears offensive wide receiver core scares the Cowboys? I'm waiting. I got time. What's up, Trev? I got time. Who on the Chicago Bears wide receiver core scares the Cowboys? Anybody can answer that question. Nobody. Now the pass rush is going to get better, and the run defense is going to get stout. because Clowney can play the two tech or the defensive end. You can tell you might need Gilmore Marcus. I speak facts. That's why I only talk to football-minded people. You put your heart into the game and it get broken. I used to do that. Take your heart out of it. Be honest with yourself. The Chicago quarterback does not even listen to his head coach. He don't. He want to make plays on his own. He want to run plays the way he want to run them, not the way the offense is designed. It's a dead giveaway. Gilmore may be washed up, but just the Gilmore on the other side, without Elam, I got a little bit more faith in my defensive backfield because Elam was trash. They picked on Elam all game long. I know you say, oh, that was Diggs. Diggs got one caught on him. The other ones, the safety was out of position. That's where y'all fail to understand the game. You don't pay attention to the whole game. You only pay attention to what the camera put you on. Elam was burnt. Wilson was out of position. Marcus, who did y'all sign? You study shooting slugs. My show ain't for slug shooting because I could kill you. I could crush your team, the Bears, because y'all really not amounting to yet. Let's be honest. The Bears aren't amounting to nothing. You're just trying to speak off of hope. Name one person on the Chicago Bears offense that puts fear in the Dallas Cowboys. And Clowney will do that, Darius. Wilson was out of position the whole game, and I hope it's people watching the show because I tell the truth. I don't hide it. Like I said, I can criticize my own team, and I'm the best at it. Wilson was out of position the entire game. Oh, what about when he caught the interception? That's because either the wide receiver ran the wrong route or Russell Wilson threw the wrong pass. It wasn't because Wilson was right there. If that's the case, Wilson caused us to be in overtime. Uh-oh, I dropped the bomb. It's the truth. It's the truth. And my thing, Jeff, like I'm trying to get Marcus to answer me, he keep bringing up everything else. What offensive weapon on the Chicago Bears put fear in the Cowboys? That's all I ask. It's a general question. Yeah, the wide receiver stopped that route with the Giants. I know football. He ran an outside, which was, and Wilson threw the inside route. But I want to know from a Chicago Bear or anybody on here watching, what offensive weapon do the Chicago Bears have that puts fear in the Dallas Cowboys? I mean, you got time. We got all day. But I tell you what, I'm about to go to commercial break. In about another minute and 45 seconds, I'll be right back with you. And hopefully you can give me an answer to that question. Be back in short second. Stay with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not through. I got commercials.
Are you ready for some football? Football season's right around the corner. Guys, what better way to be in your backyard,
Be able to watch
watching football, watching the game,
from YouTube and Twitch as well.
in his backyard? This could be you. Give me a call today. Let's get you in the home. That way you can also watch football in your backyard and throw the ball around.
So when people just talk, I want them to make sense of what they're saying. I know, Wayne. You will feel it from me. Stay with me though, Derrick. I got something to say about your team as well.
I told you.
All right, Jill. What's going on, Courtney? Stay with me. And I want to send a shout out to my sponsors. They help keep the lights on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. If If you're waking up with stiffness in your back, that pain in your joints still won't go away, sciatic pain, or you've been on your feet all day and you just need some type of relief. Y'all give Jalen Ferguson over at Alpha Performance and Wellness. Give him a call. Jalen is up to the job. He even come out to your home. So make sure that you give Jalen a call to help you get sleep throughout the night, migraines, all of that. You know, even if you're sitting at home or sitting at the job all day long and you're sitting at a desk, your nerves get bad. Give Jalen a call to loosen your body up, get your body back in function. That's Jalen Ferguson there at Alpha Performance and Wellness. Give him a call. Football season is here, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing to hide. You got class reunions coming up, church functions coming up. You got a lot of social gatherings coming up. Maybe you want a personal fan. Maybe you want your own money bouquet. Get in touch with Shell Williams at Custom Pleasures. She can get the job done. No matter what size the order is, Shell is there to do the job for you. Check out this, what Shell did for me. This was designed and made at Custom Pleasures by Shell Williams herself.
Are you in the market for a car or
Now,
truck? Look
we're
no
going to
further.
get back
Chris
into this
Carnahan makes your
action.
deal a breeze at Jimmy Grande Ford. Call Chris today at 318-925-3333 or 318-779-7328 and let him help you drive away happy.
So we signed Jadeveon Young Clown. Again, I'm not expecting the rookie Jadeveon Young Clowning from the Houston Texans to show up. Nah, I'm not. I'm not expecting 5-year veteran Jadeveon Young Clowning to show up. Nah, I just need Clowning to give me about a good 20 snaps a game because he can stop the run. He's proven. He's an efficient pass rusher. It's proven. With our defensive line rotation, Clowney fits right in. And people don't know we're down one defensive lineman, Nealon. He's got a little injury bug going on. But you guys keep counting out the fact that we don't have Parsons. Micah who? Have you noticed the pass rush percentage for the Dallas Cowboys without Micah Parsons? It's still at the top of the league, one of the top pass rushing percentages in the league. Nobody's paying attention to that. And then you look at our cornerbacks being taken advantage of on this past week. Did you see Deron Bland out on the field? I'm not making up an excuse. I'm just telling the truth. Did you see Deron Bland out on the field, ladies and gentlemen? No. But you keep on saying my defensive secondary is weak. We are weak without one of our main components. Even when Diggs was down, on the backside of the defense, our secondary was still weak. They didn't try Bland. So you just bringing up old news that we already know that ain't no news. I was hurt without my cornerback. And my question is, for the meantime, should we sign Stephon Gilmore? Probably not, because if I'm not mistaken, Bland is questionable for this week. So he may play. And people keep wondering, where's Jaden Blue? Where's Jaden Blue? I'm one of those people. But you got to understand, you have to be able to pass block in the NFL. Jaden Blue is faster than all outdoors. But Jaden Blue has a problem with pass block. Y'all didn't know that? Go back and watch some of the UT film. He wasn't asked to pass block at the University of Texas. So this is something that he's learning how to do. So it's going to take a couple of weeks to get him acclimated in the NFL pass block. Blue is coming along. And I keep going back to signing Stephon Gilmore. Tahisha, you're right. He old. I wouldn't bring in Stephon Gilmore right about now. He hasn't had any reps, none this season. I know he's in shape, but is he in football shape? Because we need help today, not against the Bears. Because everybody is knocking my defense. Did you see us sack the quarterback? Yes. Our safeties were playing shallow, and they were playing scared. And the thing about it, people don't understand Eberflus's defense. Eberflus plays a zone defense. With a zone defense, we're not playing man-to-man anymore. That's why I look like the man wide open. No, technically he's not really wide open. But what we do is when they make the pass, we run to the ball. Now, signing Clowney on the pass rush. Clowney is a mismatch. He can line up at two tech. He can line up over the center. Traditional defensive. See, Clowney is very versatile. And that's what you guys are not paying attention to. Now, that's what the Cowboys need. Y'all keep forgetting I'm playing without Overshown. That's why we're not making a big fuss about the defense. The thing about it is you better worry about stopping my offense. Because look like Dak Prescott's going to pull up some hellified numbers this year. And we talk about injuries. I'm down an offensive center for 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks. BB, he's banged up, along with a few other cornerbacks that are banged. That's why I don't think Gilly is going to make an appearance for the Cowboys, because we got Rebels over there hurt. Rebels will be back sometime throughout the year. So don't go to sleep necessarily on the Cowboys. And let me say something. The name of my show is I Told You So. I told you they were going to sign Bland. And I told you, even though it hadn't happened, they're going to sign Aubrey. Timing is everything, ladies and gentlemen. Aubrey nailed that kick, and everybody at the tailgate, trust me, we already knew it was easy money. Aubrey has been the most consistent Cowboy over the last 3 seasons. That's why my vote is no hesitation on paying Brendan Aubrey. Find out what you need to put on the dotted line. It's all coming to fruition. Jerry Jones won the Michael Parsons trade. I'm going to tell you one more time. When you ask me to trade you, I can pick and choose where I want to trade you. Now they shipped him out to Green Bay. He got the 47 mil. But all money ain't good money, especially when you add in the taxes. Think about it. All you had to do was be a little patient with Jerry, because Jerry's still playing chess, not chess. We got 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. I think Jerry's going to make a package up to where we're going to trade some of that to obtain a safety to fit in with Eberflus's system this year. So that's one thing you guys got to pay attention to. The Cowboys are not through making moves. We picked up Clowney. I told y'all we went through. In August, we were still looking for another defensive lineman. We signed Clowney. So therefore, I told you so. But you don't want to listen to me because I'm just bugs. Yeah, buddy. You know, and as far as another weakness in the Cowboys chain, we have to get the coaching staff to be better on time management. Because that field goal at the half that we was rushing to get in, time management, that hurt us. Time management hurt us. We got the best kicker in the NFL, David Aubrey. Plano, Texas is where he's from. The thing about it is, if we better our time management, we get David Aubrey paid. It's all the timing process. All right, guys, we got one more commercial break, and I'm going to be back with you to wrap it up. We're going to talk about a little bit more NFL news. Darius Odom, Ricky Burton, stay tuned. I'm going to talk about what you guys want to hear about in about another minute and 45 seconds. I'll be back with you.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Brooks, your mortgage broker. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, upgrade, or refinance, I make the process simple, fast, and stress-free. I have several lenders that I partner with. And what does that mean for you? Low rates, fast closings, and most importantly, someone who picks up the phone. I will be with you from pre-approval to closing. So contact me today. I'll be more than happy to help you get in your home. Number is 318-394-1406. Oh, and then I failed to mention, my average close time is 12 days. That's right, 12 days. You can be in your home in less than 2 weeks. Give me a call today.
Today, Mr. Ricky. Ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're having sleepless nights, back tightness, joints aching, thinking you got the old man syndrome or the old person syndrome, it's okay. What you need to do is give Jalen Ferguson a call at Alpha Performance and Wellness. Jalen Ferguson, you can easily contact him through Facebook. Go into his inbox. Let him know you need a little help. If you got children that are actively in football or sports, he can even help kids with their aching pains as well. Give Jalen Ferguson a call today at Alpha Performance and Wellness.
Are you in the market for a car or truck? Look no further. Chris Cottenham makes your deal a breeze at Jimmy Grande Ford. Call Chris today at 318-925-3333 or 318-779-7328 and let him help you drive away happy.
Football season is here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. If you need some custom designed clothing for your family reunion, class reunion, or your favorite team like myself, the Cowboys, give Custom Pleasures a call and let Shell Williams do the job for you. No matter what size their order is, no matter where across America it is, Shell Williams will get the job done for you and get the clothing to you. Even if you want money bouquets, or say you want a personalized fan, Shell is the person to call. Now, you want to talk about other NFL news? Darius Odom, let me tell you something. The Houston Texans got work to do, just like the Cowboys. You know, you're lacking one of your main offensive weapons, which is Tank Dell. He was injured. People don't pay attention. CJ Stroud only has really one wide receiver to throw to, one tight end, and Dalton Schultz. So that's the main problem with the Houston Texans. Now, we want to move on, Ricky Jr. We're going to talk about them Saints. It's not y'all fault. It's not your personnel on the field. It's your head coach. Your head coach takes the ball out of the running back's hand and puts it in the air. Rattler threw for another 25 plus passes in week 2. Remember, in week 1, the game was 20-13. Spencer Rattler threw the ball 46 times. Why? Now you guys understand why I was ready to get rid of Kellen Moore when he was the offensive coordinator for Dak Prescott. Philadelphia Eagles. Got news to tell y'all too. We're not going to fall asleep on y'all. But that tush push that y'all keep jumping off sides on, they finna end that real fast and in a hurry. Kendrick Case, Commanders. Oh, you guys are down a quarterback. That's going to be tough. I don't think you guys are going to rely on Mariota. Now, I ain't going to say it's Mickey Loomis, Ricky. Trust me. Facts have proven it's not that. It's Kellen Moore. Want me to bring up some more facts? Remember, Austin Eckler used to be a fantasy football fanatic when he was with the Chargers. Kellen Moore took the ball out of Austin Eckler's hands and forced Justin Herbert to throw the ball even more. And Justin Herbert ended up getting hurt latter part of the season when Moore was still there. When he was with the Cowboys, Kellen Moore made it feel like Ezekiel Elliott was washed up. He had Dak throwing the ball 48 times. I'm dropping your facts. It ain't your front office. It's your head coach. Why did Kellen Moore, why was he so successful in Philadelphia? Because they forced his hand to run the ball. He runs a college offense if you pay attention to it. And that's the thing about it. Kellen Moore runs the same college offense that he ran at Boise State. So look at the plays that the Saints run. Go back and look when Kellen Moore was at Boise State. They're the same plays. Y'all hired Kellen Moore. Y'all should have just left your defensive coordinator, coordinate Dennis Allen. Let him stay on the defensive side of the ball and find you a coach. You could have had Eric Bieniemy. You could have had Aaron Glenn, but you didn't make a run for those two people because they knew what they was dealing with coming to New Orleans. You didn't make no surges to pick up nobody that these type of coaches could use. Notice who y'all done picked up so far in the offseason. The Saints made trades to get a wide receiver that nobody knows from Denver. I'm just saying. I don't know where Shiloh gonna end up, Bambino. I wouldn't mind Shiloh being on the Cowboys special teams. He's a great special teams player. I'm not knocking Shiloh at all. I hope the Sanders boys find their way to an active day roster. And see, that's why I was telling people, you guys bought a jersey of somebody that's not even on active day roster. And guess what? Cleveland's going to still roll with Flacco this week. It's gonna, and y'all got hyped because Shador had a great game against the Carolina Panthers. Everybody have a good game against the Carolina Panthers. Kendrick, I know you want to say we suck. My podcast, Mr. Kesey, is not about going back and forth. It's about telling the truth. You may say we suck. A lot of people may say this, but join along and understand what this podcast is for. Because I can break down the Washington Commanders very easily. You guys going to get whooped up the middle with the rush because one thing about Jaden Daniels, he can't handle the middle rush. And guys, we're going to wrap this on up. I'm going to give y'all my 3 picks for the week. They 3 dogs. Write this down. The Cowboys at plus 1.5. Oh, yeah, we're an underdog this week. For what reason going to Chicago, I don't know. There's Odom. I'm picking the Houston Texans this week. They dogs too. Why? I just don't know. And finally, I'm going with the Los Angeles Rams at plus 3.5. Simply because the Rams offense is actually a little bit better designed pass-wise than the Cowboys because you got Puka on one side and then you got Devontae Adams on the other side. And the Rams running game is not weak at all. The Rams have a very good structure on defense. They may not have Aaron Donaldson, but they got a nice structure on defense. Burrows is gone. We can wait for Burrows to come back next year. No, Rick, I'm not coming home this Friday. It'll be a minute before I come, but when I do come home, I'm coming the 5th quarter. Y'all show up at the 5th quarter because I'm going to podcast from the 5th quarter over at Dave's place, possibly for homecoming. But the thing, Kendrick, I'm helping you. I can, like I said, I criticize my own team. I wish everybody team the best of luck, less of injuries, because right now the NFL is getting affected by a lot of major injuries. Burrow going down is a major TV injury. Daniels being hurt is a major TV injury. TV because they banked on these guys being there. That's why they label them prime time games. You know, it's the fact of when you lose your major component of your team, You have to accept reality. Reality for the Washington Commanders, I don't think you guys can survive the way Quinn run his offense with Mariota. Yes, sir, the Eagles play the Rams. And Raymond, I'm going to tell you, Mo, I'm going to take the plus 3.5. I'm not saying that the Rams are going to win. I'm just saying the Rams going to cover the 3.5. So I hope you guys had a good time with me. Like I say, I'm new to this. As I go, we're going to get better together because you guys can participate with me. I want to hear what you got to say because that only makes me better. I want to send a shout out to the Ruston Bearcats. Good luck on Friday night. You're right, Wayman. Just win, baby. I want to send a shout out to all of you guys that keep your prayers up and your head up. I'm going to let you know everything else is going to be all right. We'll talk to you next time. Yeah, bud.
Bugs on the mic, you know the show. Turn it up loud, let the whole world know. Straight out of Ruston, repping on the flow. Dallas Cowboys on my chest, let the star glow. Bugs got the podcast, speakers on blast. Talking about the game, every moment gon' last. Snaps in the back, bass hitting low. Crowd in the stands, watch the energy grow. Cowboys Nation, ride or die crew. If you doubt the star, we coming for you.